Welcome to Chart Rush, where numbers tell the untold story of humanity. Today, we travel through centuries of faith, conflict, and change. This is the evolution of belief itself, the rise and transformation of the world's religions. The year is 1800. The world is still guided by ancient traditions. Across villages, mountains, and islands, countless people pray to spirits of nature and the gods of their ancestors. These are the folk religions, as old as humanity, rooted in the earth and the sky. Christianity continues to spread across Europe and the Americas, while in Asia, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism remain deeply woven into the fabric of civilization. But as the first factories roar to life, new ideas begin to move faster than ever before. The sacred rhythms of life start to change. Smoke replaces incense, and the sound of prayer competes with the hum of machines. Empires grow restless, explorers chart the unknown, and faith begins to travel alongside ambition. The world stands at a crossroads between the divine and the mechanical, and humanity, unknowingly, steps into a century that will test every belief it has ever held. By the mid-19th century, one faith begins to cross oceans and continents with the power of empire behind it. Christianity becomes the world's most widespread belief, carried by missionaries, merchants, and colonizers. Churches rise beside railroads, and prayers echo through every colony of the expanding European world. Meanwhile, Islam continues its steady growth, uniting distant peoples under one creed. As the Second Industrial Revolution takes hold, the world grows louder, brighter, and more mechanical. Trains thunder through the countryside, cities grow taller, and science begins to question the sacred. Faith still guides billions, but a subtle crack forms in the foundation of belief. For the first time, people begin to ask, what if we are alone? Yet, amid the smoke and steel of progress, one faith rises higher than all others. By 1865, Christianity surpasses the ancient folk religions, becoming the most followed belief on earth. Its message travels with empires, carried on ships, in schools, and through missions across every continent. More than 410 million souls now gather beneath the cross, a symbol that stretches from cathedrals to the edges of the known world. Empires rise like monuments of pride, their banners carried by explorers, soldiers, and missionaries alike. The gospel spreads alongside the telegraph, uniting distant lands under one faith and one story of salvation. But not everyone follows the same path. In the East, Hinduism and Buddhism hold strong, adapting ancient wisdom to modern times, while Islam thrives across vast lands from Africa to Asia, bound by devotion and discipline. With every ship that sails, faith becomes currency, traded, translated, and transformed. And while the world appears united under great powers, beneath it all, silent revolutions are stirring. The rise of science, the birth of skepticism, and the awakening of the human mind. Humanity stands between two worlds, one rooted in divine certainty and another beginning to believe in itself. The dawn of the 1900s arrives with both wonder and uncertainty. Machines conquer distance, science challenges creation, and human reason begins to stand where faith once ruled. The age of believers meets the age of thinkers, and the world quietly welcomes its first true wave of atheism. Then, in 1914, the world ignites. Empires clash, faith is tested, and millions march under banners that promise glory but deliver grief. Church bells ring over battlefields, while prayers fade beneath the roar of cannons. When the guns finally fall silent in 1918, the world has changed forever. Cities lie in ruins, families are shattered, and the gods seem distant and quiet. In the aftermath, people look not to heaven, but to themselves for answers. As hope struggles to rebuild, belief begins to falter. More and more, humanity turns away from religion, finding comfort in progress, reason, and the pursuit of knowledge. A silent transformation begins. Faith is no longer something inherited, but something questioned. The Second World War engulfs humanity in fire and fear. Temples fall, prayers fade, and the silence of heaven leaves millions questioning their faith. Many turn away from religion, their belief broken by loss and the cruelty of war. Yet for others, faith becomes a shelter. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism holding strong through the storm. By 1950, the number of non-believers rises higher than ever as humanity rebuilds, divided between faith and doubt. The ashes of war give birth to a new world, one chasing peace, progress, and understanding. Christianity reaches a milestone never seen before, gathering over 1 billion faithful across continents, carried by hope and renewal. Those without religion now stand at nearly half that number, their beliefs shaped not by scripture, but by science, philosophy, and the memory of war. Islam continues its steady rise, now surpassing 500 million followers, its call to prayer echoing stronger than ever across Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. The world begins to stabilize, yet ideologies quietly compete between faith and freedom, heaven and earth, reason and redemption. The 20th century has found its balance, but beneath the calm, history is preparing for another storm, not of weapons, but of ideas. By the 1980s, faith begins to shift once more. Islam rises rapidly, soon surpassing the non-religious. Christianity holds strong, more than 1.5 billion believers, nearly twice as many. Communism fades, and forbidden faiths return to light. Technology connects the world, but also spreads doubt. Old religions adapt to a new century, stronger and more global than ever before. As the new millennium dawns, humanity enters the 21st century still searching, still believing, still divided by what cannot be proven. Christianity surpasses 2 billion followers, spreading through Africa and the Americas, even as it wanes in Europe. Islam rises faster than ever, now exceeding 1.3 billion believers across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. Hinduism and Buddhism remain steadfast, preserving traditions older than empires. By 2010, the number of people without religion reaches more than 1 billion, a silent force reshaping global belief. Technology connects the world like never before, and with it, new questions rise faster than answers. Science advances, space exploration deepens, and faith competes with the age of information. Christianity and Islam remain the twin giants of faith, growing side by side in a world ever more divided. In this era, the Islamic faith rises faster than ever before, spreading across continents with unwavering devotion. Its growth reflects not conquest, but conviction, a revival of faith in a world that feels increasingly uncertain. Christianity remains vast and deeply rooted, yet its growth begins to slow in parts of the modern world. Meanwhile, more people choose spirituality without religion, seeking peace beyond the walls of doctrine. As years pass, Hinduism experiences a powerful resurgence, surpassing 1.3 billion followers. Its deep-rooted traditions and timeless philosophy capture new generations seeking meaning beyond material life. For the first time, it rises to become the third most followed faith in the world, moving ahead of those without religion. Temples flourish, festivals spread joy across continents, and its influence extends far beyond India's borders. The mid-21st century ushers in an age of rapid change. Cities expand into megastructures, AI reshapes daily life, and humanity reaches further into space. Christianity surpasses 3 billion followers, spreading through faith, media, and global connectivity. Yet Islam continues its steady, unstoppable rise. Its message of unity and devotion spreads through vast populations of Africa and Asia, carried by faith, family, and an ever-growing youth. Mosques fill with new generations seeking purpose in a fast-changing world, while digital platforms bring the call to prayer to every corner of the planet. By the 2070s, its message resonates from Africa to Asia, uniting billions under one creed. And for the first time in history, Islam becomes the world's largest religion, a symbol of faith enduring through centuries of change. By the late 2070s, humanity stands at the crossroads of faith and the future. Islam now leads the world with over 3.5 billion followers, its presence felt from the deserts of Arabia to the towering skylines of Africa and Asia. The Christian faith remains strong, guiding billions across the Americas and Europe, holding firm to centuries of tradition and renewal. Hinduism continues to thrive, deeply rooted in South Asia's spiritual heart, now reaching new generations through global communities and digital devotion. Those without religion, scientists, dreamers, and skeptics alike, still form one of the largest groups on Earth, drawn to reason, yet still searching for something beyond it. As we reach the end of this journey through time and belief, one truth remains. Faith, in all its forms, continues to shape who we are. Empires rise and fall, ideas change, but the search for meaning never ends. Every number in this story is more than data. It's a reflection of humanity's eternal spirit. If you enjoyed witnessing the evolution of faith and the power of numbers, show your support. Like this video, subscribe to Chart Rush, and join us for more stories that bring history to life.